Increase testosterone naturally, the no bullshit guide. This isn't your generic lift heavy, sleep more advice. Now, when you search Google on how to increase your testosterone, they will give you supplements and then they'll tell you lift heavy 3 times a week, compound movements, and sleep more, and don't drink alcohol. Like everybody knows that. And trust me, this is going to be one of those videos which is going to change your life. And I'm promising you, you would have wished you got this information sooner. The average modern day man, 9 to 5, under blue light, 5 plus hours a day, and external screen time. Like when he will come back from his 9 to 5, he will scroll on his phone for extra another 3 hours. So 8 plus hours a day. And there is stress, and he's highly emotional because he's being yelled by his manager or his female co-workers every day because he didn't complete something. Because and then he will get stressed beyond that, and the cortisol will rise. Technically, he's having low testosterone, and which leads to these main causes: low levels of testosterone, fatigue, premature aging and deterioration, low libido, depression, and then anxiety. How to increase your testosterone naturally? As you can see, this is a tribe member, and you can see the fucking definition on his face. And it's basically because, our ancestors, they technically did not have any stress. Like they basically virtually had zero stress. I mean, obviously, some other caveman from other tribe would come break his skull and rape his woman. But other than that, then what would happen? Killed by a tiger? Okay. Then what is the stress? So basically, they had very, very low levels of cortisol, and their cortisol production was healthy because cortisol is needed to face very heavy circumstances. But then for the 9 to 5, the average person, it's always on the loose because he's being yelled by his managers, and his female coworkers are a pain in the ass, and it's going to be a huge problem for them, and they'll get depression and stress on top of that. So our ancestors did not have to face shit like this. A man with high testosterone is a confident and calm man who is the least reactive. High levels of testosterone equals to feeling comfortable in your own skin. You know those old movies where, those old like American movies where this, yeah, an example is like James Bond and all these old, very old movie actors. They are like these gentlemen wearing suits, and they're like calm and confident. And in their households, the wives will start yelling and all. They will not yell back. They will look at them like, okay, they actually don't give a fuck because they are comfortable in their own skin. But then if we look at a normal, average human male right now, when females give these shit tests where they want you to react, and if you react you fail, that's the shit test which they do. When these females, they throw tantrums, these motherfuckers, they will yell back, showing that they're bitches themselves. And here's an example of a movie character which a lot of people know, like a series character, which a lot of people see him as the Sigma male. And when I said Sigma male, everybody had a glimpse of this guy in his mind. Actually, Sigma males are like a myth because if you're like a lone wolf, you'll die basically in the wilderness. Okay, so that's a side point. But this is the guy, Thomas Shelby. You have seen probably a couple of episodes from the series Peaky Blinders, and there are only like a couple of scenes where he just yells, where like he's bottling up all of these emotions, and then there is one particular scene where he just yells explicitly. I mean, that's like a couple of few rare cases where he just lost his thing. But like most of the time, in most of the episodes, he's calm and confident in his own skin. And that's one of the most visible traits of a person having high levels of testosterone. Don't take it for introverted. Introverted are pussies. But then there are the people who are calm, confident, and then there is powerful. Natural lifestyle equals health. Cause of hormonal imbalances: high intensity cardio, long running, which gives off to stress, and stress increases cortisol level, which in turn decreases testosterone. And unnatural foods such as processed foods, and quite a lot of vegetables. You might be surprised to find that a lot of vegetables have a lot of anti-nutrients such as oxalates, phytates, etc., etc. And low sleep, drinking coffee, and energy drinks. Eating anti-nutrients, the truth about the plant kingdom. You can take a look at this flowchart right here. Anti-nutrients hinder the absorption of micronutrients, seed oils, all foods containing soy. You will be surprised to find out in how many foods there is soy. If you go to your kitchen right now and then you start looking at ingredients, like looking like an autistic person, looking at all the ingredients in your kitchen, you'll be surprised to find how many foods have soy in it. Literally, like, I the milk powder which you use to mix with tea or coffee, the cream which you use for coffee or tea, the powder basically, it has soy. You may be saying, wait, but that's cow's milk. Yeah, but then they use emulsifier, soy lecithin, and then there is cereal. There is soy in it. A couple of days back, I went to supermarket, and I was checking like a fucking autist. I don't eat cereal or anything, but just for research purpose. I went to the supermarket. I was looking at the ingredients. Yeah, it's written vegetable oil, blah 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 blah. Then in the end, ingredients may contain soy. Of course, it fucking contains soy. What do you mean may contain? Of course, it contains soy. Then there is seed oils. Like, if you go to your kitchen right now, there is probably a chance that your parents are using seed oils to cook meat. There was this time, my mom is a nurse, yeah, so a couple of months and months back, like a year back, she brought canola oil. She knows it's bad. And then when I asked her, why did you buy it, she's like, oh, but it's tasty, it's easier to cook and shit, it's easier to fry for fish. I refused to eat. I was genuinely so rebellious and I threw a fucking tantrum at my home. Look, at the age of 16, I wasn't this calm, confident kind of guy. I was confident, but I was this guy who was like very aggressive and shit. So I saw that she brought canola oil. I just fucking yelled and I was throwing tantrums. I said, I will not eat again. And then one time she cooked fish, yeah. I ate fish halfway in my mouth. And then I asked my sister, which oil did she use? And my sister was like, no, she used the canola oil actually. Halfway eating, I spit the fish, then I refused eating her food. Then my mom threw the canola oil within the next 2 days. Sometimes you have to be genuinely so rebellious to change the shit around you. Major handbrakes, lack of sun exposure, drinking from plastics, and wearing polyester underpants. Look, these substances, these main three things, lack of sun exposure, like vitamin D, we'll get into that in the end of this video. I'll go into that. Drinking from plastics. Look, plastics have something called BPA. And now if you go to most of the supermarkets, you'll see tiffin boxes which says BPA free. No, it's cope. Like, I'll give you an example. There is low fat milk and full fat milk. If you take a look at the ingredients of low fat milk, if you go to the supermarket, you'll see that there is increased sugar. You know why? When fat is removed from milk, it tastes like garbage. But then the companies have to find a way to keep people addicted, which is cheap and obviously which will make customers keep buying it again and again. Sugar. Same thing for plastics. They finally understood that the masters understood that BPA is shit for them. So what did they do? They removed BPA and then they added something else which is way worse. So BPA free is fucking cope. And underwears, you might be surprised. Like, you can check your underwear right now. Look, sometimes you have to take the L. Like, I wear the kind of underwear which is boxers, where my the actual brief is cotton, but then the elastic thing, it's spandex or some plasticky thing. Sometimes you have to take the L, but it's okay. The main thing, the brief should be made of natural stuff like cotton. The elastic thing, okay, you can fuck it, it's fine. You have to mainly like check the fucking cloth content of your underwear. Trust me, you have to like be very autistic if you want to genuinely increase your testosterone. Best ways to increase testosterone. Part 1 diet, part 2 sleep, part 3 breathing, and part 4 workout. We'll get on to this gradually, yeah. Let's do it. Part 1 diet. Should contain high levels of cholesterol, nutrient dense, and should be bioavailable. Cholesterol is essential to produce testosterone. Stop listening to family and these fat doctors. Look, you might be hearing these fat uncles, Indian uncles in your family. They'll say, "Oh, but better, I have high cholesterol. I need to stop eating beef." Like, motherfucker. Look, there is this thing about our body, yeah? Our liver produces like 80% of the cholesterol. So, what happens is when we stop eating external cholesterol, our liver needs to produce more cholesterol, which is bad. We need to be eating more external cholesterol to decrease what is producing from internal. That's what you have to do. Stop listening to these fat doctors and your parents of holy fuck, they don't know shit. I mean, can you look at them? Do you think they're high testosterone people? If yes, okay, then 100% take their chances, take their advice. But I'm telling you, these people are fucking dumb fucks. Your diet should contain high testosterone and should be highly bioavailable. It should not be bullshit like low cholesterol. Like, fuck you, low cholesterol. Like, to make testosterone, you need cholesterol. Testosterone is quite literally derived from cholesterol. Cholesterol is broken down to make testosterone. Imagine not giving your body that. Cholesterol is essential for building cell membranes and producing hormones. Indian uncle bullshit. Eating cholesterol will increase cholesterol. As I told you, these people are fucking retarded. There is always this one guy in the family who just gives his conspiracy theories and sends these fucking WhatsApp messages in the family group. Oh, eating that will kill you. Eating this will kill you. Like, fuck you, man. He's unhealthy. He's the same guy who says, "Beta dal has 5 gram protein, 100 grams." And with his fat pot belly, he's giving you advice. I mean, can you really trust these people? Foods for higher testosterone. Butter. The brick version, not the fucking American like spreadable shit. Look, the spreadable shit has seed oils in it. Obviously, it's like spreadable. So you have to know, you have to buy the brick. And what I buy is low pack. It's like this metallic foil. Yeah, it's wrapped in literally foil. It's like this brick. So you know it's the original shit. Don't buy the fucking spreadable bullshit shit. Goat milk. I prefer goat milk because it's closer value to mom's breast milk. Personally, I don't drink goat milk and all, but when I did research, yeah, it's goat milk and donkey milk. It has the most nutritional value, which is closer to mom's milk. Cow's milk, most people are lactose intolerant. After the age of 3, the hormone which breaks down lactose, it is not produced anymore. So most of the people, they are lactose intolerant. So cow's milk, I don't really know if it's raw A2 cow's milk. Yeah, then it's digestible. Otherwise, it's not for most people. Fish eggs, fish, oysters, crabs, and mainly seafood. They contain zinc and all the things which are required to increase testosterone. Raw honey and royal jelly. Look, raw honey and royal jelly. Look, royal jelly is the food which only the queen bee eats. The queen bee food basically increases the lifespan of the queen bee by 10 times than the worker bees. And it contains a lot of these trace minerals which are essential for in testosterone production. I mean, don't you want to be the queen bee? Like, animal organs. Testicles introduce testosterone directly into your bloodstream. Try and get it if you want to take it to the next level. Look, this is like a very, 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 very extreme level of obsession. You can go to your butchering shop and ask them if they have like buffalo testicles. They look at you like in a funny way, but then they will understand, yeah, it's something. And you can buy them and cook them. Like these tribal people, they do not just eat the meat. Tribal people eat the organs as well. And just as a matter of fact, if you just eat organs, you will have more testosterone than these average people. As a matter of fact, liver is very bioavailable. Overconsumption can even cause hypervitaminosis. Liver is the most, like number one bioavailable food, which is directly correlated into increasing testosterone because the amount of nutrients it has. It is the only food in this whole world which has basically all the nutrients which the body needs. And if you eat more of it, you'll get hypervitaminosis. How sick is that? Eggs. You will notice signs of higher levels of testosterone if you eat 4 eggs every day for the rest of your life. I would prefer even increasing the count. You know the stupid myth where if you eat more than like 2 eggs, you'll get hair loss and you'll get kidney stones. Like my grandfather would say, I would get kidney stones if I eat more than 2 eggs. Bullshit. Eating more than 4 eggs a day, and preferably increasing your count like 4 to 8, 4 to 10. Just if you keep on increasing, max is like 10. Like if you go further than that, it's okay, it's fine. When you go to that extent, I'm not even kidding you, every day you'll be waking up with a boner. No shit. Trust me, the days where I had this period of time where I ate 4 eggs every day for 8 days. Yeah, for 8 days. I'm not even kidding you. From the second day, I had like rock hard boners. No shit. So this is one of the low cost, high ROI, high return on investment which you can do right now, which is eating 4 eggs every day for the rest of your life. Secret foods. These foods will increase your testosterone levels like crazy. These are top secrets. And you don't see this stuff in Google, only in this video right now. Trust me. Balut eggs. It is considered the equivalent of Viagra by local Filipino men. These balut eggs, it's basically fermented hard-boiled duck eggs. It's basically like the duck is half born, it's half dead, and it's hard-boiled. And the liquid which the egg has, like after they like pop open the egg, they'll drink the liquid first, which has a lot of collagen and DNA. It's basically life in a small membrane. Local men swear by it. Local Filipino men swear by it. These people take it before fucking and before matches and shit. So it's considered like a supplement basically. And it's like a whole secret. Like nobody even talks about this. If you like fruits just like me, I prefer eating watery fruits such as watermelon, coconut water, and pineapples. Keep in mind they are sprayed with pesticides, which are anti nutrients, and our ancestors did not eat that much fruit as you think, and they mainly depended on meat. They did not eat as many fruits. Like if you take it like in the primal sense, they would always go in the sense of I need to hunt. They would know they would not think, oh, I need to eat more berries. They would not leave their house in that sense. Okay, after hunting, they will come across maybe some small berries. Okay, they'll pluck them and eat. That's the maximum. They did not rely on fruits as much as you think. They relied like 97% on meat. Top aphrodisiac fruits. Aphrodisiac means they basically increase your libido and they increase your testosterone. Figs, pomegranate, bananas, dates, and avocado. Actually, avocado is named after testicles in Aztec because of their non ability to increase testosterone. Watermelon, berries, blueberries, raspberries, blackberries, and mango. Take a screenshot of this if you want. Keep this in mind, yeah. A very healthy breakfast. Lubrication Formula by Ajonas Wonder Planets from his book We Want to Live. I highly recommend that book if you want to learn more about health. Copy this and try to eat this as a breakfast every single day. And trust me, your life will improve. Part 2, sleep. Sleep is too underrated, and these motivational gurus say to to sacrifice sleep. But sacrificing sleep equals sacrificing performance. Yes, I know. All the greatest people which you have looked up to, they have been sleep deprived. Me too, at times. I did not get great sleep, and in the middle of the night at 2 a.m., I would be waking up and scripting videos. But then don't underestimate the fact that I value sleep like crazy. I value sleep a lot. The days where I'm not like these average school fucking idiots. Yeah, the days where I had school, I would sleep earlier. I would not be at the end of the day thinking, oh, I need to wind down. Let me watch something like, let me watch useless YouTube videos for another 4 hours and sleep at 2 a.m. and wake up at 5 a.m. again for school. Fuck no. I slept at 10 a.m. and woke up at 5 a.m. I was less sleep deprived than the others. And plus, I would sleep in between class. That's how much I valued sleep. I did not give a fuck about what these people thought or something like. You have seen these motivational reels like, oh, but sleep is like less valuable. Work is important. Work, work, work. Sleep is not. Shut the fuck up. Sleep is like literal steroids. The more you sleep, the more you can work. And I'm telling that from experience. There are days I did not have the best sleep, and when I'm like tossing and turning and I cannot sleep, I'll just open my PC and I'll start scripting. Those are some days. And don't get me wrong, sleep is very, very, very important. If you take look at LeBron James, like pro athletes, if they get like a 10-minute break, what do? They don't sit scrolling on their phone. Fuck no. They take a nap. Even these pro athletes know, if you sleep more, you can work more. Sleep equals steroids. How to sleep better? Circadian rhythm. You need to fix your circadian rhythm. Like the moment you wake up, the first thing which you should look is not the phone. It's not anything. You wake up, the first thing, the moment that you wake up, you run to your balcony and you look at the sun, like look around the sun for 2 to 10 minutes, and that is going to fix your circadian rhythm. I do this every single day. I just wake up, I go to my balcony, I look outside, I look very far away. I just look, I have a Casio, yeah, and I just put like a 2 minute timer or like a 3 minute timer, and I just look out, and it just beeps. I just go back into my room and start working or start working out. That's it. That's all you have to do, and you will fix your sleep in like a great margin. It does not matter when you wake up, but when you go to sleep. When you wake up is actually very natural. It's in your body's hands. You do not have to actually technically keep an alarm. When you sleep matters, because if you go to sleep late, you will wake up early. It's not a mistake. Wait, shit. Fuck. Wait. If you go to sleep, you will wake up late. Sleep early, wake up late. That's the motto which you should be living by. Yeah, that's the motto which you should be living by. What that is going to do is, most people, you have seen like these 9 to 5 people, yeah, they're like sleep deprived most of the time. And it's obviously because they have to wake up early, then they have to come late, and again the cycle just repeats. But the main factor is they go to 9 to 5, they come back, they actually have a couple of hours to sleep. They genuinely have a couple of hours to sleep, but then they're too tired after the work hours. So what do? They wind down. So do all these poor kids. They go to school, then they come back, then all the energy, all they have to do is to wind down. Then they scroll mindlessly on Instagram or binge watch YouTube content. Trust me, all you have to do is come back from school, sleep. I don't scroll. I don't fucking scroll after school. Like right now I passed out, but even when I was in school, I was not that sleep deprived. I would sleep in middle of classes, bro. I would get bored, like I would sleep. Fuck it. That's exactly what I did. Like people genuinely thought I was sleep deprived. I would sleep more than 7 hours a day as a student. As a student, sleeping more than 7 hours a day is a fucking privilege if you think about it. And it's because I did not succumb to this instant gratification, unnatural bullshit. I slept early, then I woke up energetic. I would sleep in the bus, I would sleep in class. It's like 12, 11 hours of sleep a day. Extra sleep which I had. It's fucking sick if you think about it. What I would highly recommend you to do is to stop keeping a wake up alarm. Instead, keep a sleep time alarm. The best bet which you have is sleeping in a 15-minute window. Look, an example is if you're going to sleep, usually going to sleep at like 10 p.m. I know for a fact you sleep at 2 a.m., dumbass. Sleep at 10 p.m. from now. Max. 10 p.m. You can go to sleep between 9:45 and 10 p.m. That small window, that's where you're going to sleep the best. Then just get the momentum and you'll sleep the best throughout the rest of the night. I'm not guaranteeing you, but trust me, it's a major improvement. And here's another cheat code, yeah. Read before sleep. I always read before sleep. I turn on the AC, my room gets cold, I read, I get sleepy as fuck. I close the book, I turn off the light, I go to sleep. Within like 10-15 minutes, I'm asleep. It's that easy. It is a literal cheat code. Side point, sunlight is a lot important than you think. UVB is essential for testosterone, sleep, and romance. Some people even sun their junk to increase testosterone. You know, sun exposure, the first thing in the morning, can literally fix your sleep instantly, quite literally. I have noticed change in like one day. There were days where I was sleep deprived as fuck. Then I had enough. I searched Andrew Huberman how to get better sleep. He said, first thing in the morning, wake up 2 minutes of sunlight. I did that. I just turned my brain off. First thing in the morning, I looked at the sun. Sleep improved that night because my circadian rhythm was essentially fixed. I mean, think about it. Our ancestors woke up and slept like that. Our ancestors literally saw, quite literally, with their own eyes, they would see the sunrise. They woke up. They would see the sunset. They felt sleepy. That's exactly what is happening. But then our modern day bullshit, we have the blue light and the screens and all this shit around us, which is ruining our circadian rhythm. So this is the easiest thing which you can do is getting UVB first thing in the morning. And also think about it. It's like positive stuff, romance, happiness, and people who are greatly depressed after like 10 minutes of sun exposure, they were less depressed. Part 3, breathing. Most men breathe like little rabbits. You know how most men breathe, like most of these fucking retards I see at school and everywhere, they breathe like this. Fuck. They breathe like this. It's fucking unnatural. You're not supposed to breathe like that. You know what mouth breathing is going to do? Mouth breathing is detrimental for testosterone. SNS is activated, sympathetic nervous system is activated, which increases cortisol. Look, our ancestors, their SNS was activated when they went for hunting, when they did high intensity activities where they needed the cortisol. But nowadays, these motherfuckers, they eat like processed junk which are soft, and they open their mouth while sleeping. They don't even use a fucking mouth tape, and their mouth is open all of the time. Most of the time, they mouth breathe. All of this shit, it'll like give rhesus chins, and then they cannot breathe properly. And they are in this constant state of SNS where the cortisol is constantly produced, and which will thus decrease testosterone. Start nasal breathing for increased absorption of important gases and better supply of oxygen. And NO, nitrous oxide, is also important for better oxygen supply, better blood supply, and better testosterone. So with nasal breathing, this is where all the stuff happens. This is where all the stuff happens and goes to our lungs for better testosterone. So for fuck's sake, breathe nasally. It's better for your facial structure overall. And deep breathing is primal. Okay, take a deep breath with me. Deep breathing is highly primal. Did you notice that I got calm right now? Fuck. Deep breathing is highly primal because it just sets your body into this calm version of you, which is in a calm state. And every single day, I do 15 minutes of present deep breathing. I just deep breathe into my diaphragm, I release with my mouth. 15 minutes every single day for the rest of my life. That's what I'm going to do. And that's what I'm still doing right now. And I would highly recommend you just download this mindset of me 15 minutes every single day for the rest of your life, deep breathing. And you'll see so much changes in your mood, the way that you breathe, the way that you smile. I'm telling you, it's going to change everything. Oh, wait. I need to include something, yeah? So this is NSDR, non-sleep deep rest. You can search it upon Andrew Huberman's page, non-sleep deep rest. NSDR essentially keeps you in this state where perceived, like, your mind can perceive the actions which you do, and which is essentially going to calm you and increase testosterone. NSDR has a fuck ton of benefits. I was able to sleep better because of NSDR, non-sleep deep rest. Do 10 or 20 minutes a day. I personally do 10 minutes. Part 4, workout for specifically increasing testosterone. The best way to train to directly increase testosterone is 6 sets at 80% intensity of compound movements. It is not about the weight, by the way. You can use any weight that you want and do compound movements 80% intensity, 6 sets of 10 reps. That's specifically how to work out in a way to specifically target testosterone. Free workout program, which is the second link in the description. Now, I don't want to hear any fucking excuses. It is for both home workout and gym. So it is a kickstart towards your journey. Second link in the description. The top link in the description is the complete blueprint to get you your aesthetic physique. Subscribe to be a part of this brotherhood, and remember, become simply the all-rounder. Goodbye.